Welcome back to our channel, coin enthusiasts and curious viewers alike. Today, we're uncovering the secrets behind a coin that many have casually spent over the years, a 1965 USA quarter. This coin holds significant value, especially in very fine condition, and we'll explore why it's worth your attention. Let's start with a little background. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design features a profile of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, a symbol of American strength and freedom. However, 1965 was a pivotal year for coinage in the United States, primarily due to the nationwide coin shortage. To combat the shortage, the U.S. Mint began producing quarters without silver. However, a small number of quarters minted in 1965 still contain silver. It's essential to distinguish between these coins, as the value greatly varies. Now, let's talk about the specifications. The 1965 Washington quarter is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, but some were struck with 90% silver content, typically prior to 1965. The lack of a mint mark on these coins signifies they were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, where no mint mark is used. This makes finding a genuine 1965 silver Washington quarter without a mint mark a rare occurrence. Some quarters from 1965 have the potential to be worth life-changing amounts, with some selling for an incredible $1,270,000. Yes, you heard that right. So, let's dive deep into why this seemingly common coin could be worth so much, what to look for, and why the 1965 quarter is capturing the attention of collectors worldwide. The country was in the middle of the space race, cultural revolutions were sweeping the nation, and technology was advancing faster than ever. It was also a critical time for American coinage. Just a year earlier, in 1964, silver was removed from dimes and quarters due to rising metal costs, forever changing the composition of these coins. This transition made the 1965 quarter special. Unlike its predecessors, it was crafted with a copper-nickel blend, setting it apart and marking the beginning of a new era in American coinage. Up until 1964, quarters were composed of 90% silver, making them valuable not just for their face value, but also for their metal content. However, with silver prices rising, the U.S. Mint faced a dilemma: continue producing coins at a financial loss, or make a change. And so, in 1965, they switched to a copper-nickel composition known as clad. This shift not only impacted the appearance of the coins but also set the stage for a handful of rare and valuable mint errors, turning these seemingly ordinary quarters into collector's items. Some 1965 quarters, by sheer accident, were still struck on silver planchets left over from 1964, an error that now has collectors on a relentless search. So, how can you tell if your 1965 quarter is one of these silver strikes? Well, a few key details can help. First, the weight. A standard 1965 clad quarter weighs around 5.67 grams, while the rare silver era quarters weigh about 6.25 grams. If you don't have a precise scale, look closely at the coin's edge. A clad quarter will show a visible copper band along the edge, whereas the silver version will appear uniformly silver all the way around. Spotting these differences could mean the difference between a standard quarter and a small fortune. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. Even a rare coin can lose significant value if it's scratched, worn, or damaged. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, mint condition piece. Finding a 1965 silver quarter in near perfect condition is exceptionally rare and can amplify its value. So, if you're sifting through old change or checking your collection, pay close attention to the coin's condition. That little detail might add thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, to its worth. One thing that drives collectors wild is a mint error. And in 1965, a few quarters slipped through quality control with fascinating errors, double strikes, off-center strikes, and of course, the infamous silver strike error. These coins weren't supposed to exist, which makes them exceptionally valuable. Collectors prize these mistakes for their uniqueness and rarity. For example, a 1965 quarter with a double strike or a wrong planchet error could skyrocket its worth. It's this 1 in a million factor that keeps collectors on the hunt. Over the years, the market demand for rare coins has grown, with collectors willing to pay staggering amounts for unique pieces. The 1965 silver quarter has become a sort of holy grail in the coin world. With few known to exist and even fewer in excellent condition, these quarters draw significant attention at auctions and coin shows. And as demand rises, so does the value. Coins with historical significance, like this one, represent a piece of history, a tangible connection to a specific moment in time, which only adds to their allure and worth. Imagine the thrill of finding a hidden treasure, a coin you casually kept in your pocket, worth a fortune. The 1965 quarter is one of those coins that might appear ordinary but has the potential to change someone's life. It's this thrilling possibility that draws many to coin collecting. So, whether you're a dedicated collector or just someone with a curious eye, it's worth taking a closer look at those old quarters. You might just be holding on to a fortune without even realizing it. Alright, here's what you've been waiting for. Some 1965 quarters, particularly those rare silver planchet errors in excellent condition, have sold for an astonishing $1,270,000. Yes, a single quarter that could rival a home's worth or even a life's savings. So, before you toss away that change jar, remember that one of those quarters might be worth a fortune. If you're thinking about adding a 1965 silver Washington quarter to your collection, here are some tips. Always handle your coins with care. Use gloves to prevent oils from your skin from damaging the surface. Store them in a cool, dry place, preferably in a protective holder to maintain their condition. In conclusion, the 1965 silver Washington quarter without a mint mark in very fine condition is a valuable piece of American history and a great addition to any collection. Keep your eyes peeled at auctions, as you never know when you might come across one. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content on collectible coins. Next up, the 1991 Washington quarter dollar with a unique P-era mint mark, particularly one that has seen better days in its circulated dirty condition. The Washington quarter dollar was first issued in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, this coin features the iconic image of Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. Over the years, various mint marks have indicated where the coins were produced. For our focus today, we'll look at the quarters minted in 1991. The 1991 Washington quarter was minted primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, which is where the P mint mark originates. However, due to some minting errors during this period, certain quarters were produced with noteworthy flaws, making them more desirable to collectors. Error coins are those that have mistakes during the minting process, which can include misprints, double strikes, or in our case, peculiarities in the mint mark. The 1991 P-era quarter is sought after because of its uniqueness and the story it tells about the minting process. Now let's talk about value. Coins are evaluated based on their condition, rarity, demand, and any unique characteristics. The 1991 Washington quarter with a P-era mint mark in circulated dirty condition typically falls within a specific range. According to today's auction market, you can expect to see these coins selling for anywhere between $29,000 on average, depending on the severity of the dirt and wear. At auction, the value can fluctuate significantly. Recently, some coins in better condition have sold for upwards of $55,000. Factors, such as bidding wars and collector interest, can drive prices higher, especially if you have a well-documented provenance or if it's accompanied by an expert appraisal. If you're considering adding the 1991 Washington quarter to your collection or even selling one you own, here are some tips. Always keep your coins stored in a cool, dry place. If you're selling, consider cleaning them with a soft cloth to remove surface dirt, but be careful. Over-cleaning can decrease a coin's value. To wrap up, the 1991 Washington quarter dollar with a P-era mint mark is not just a fascinating piece of history, but also a collectible that can bring both enjoyment and value to your collection. If you found today's video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin insights and market trends. The 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter holds a special place in the hearts of many coin collectors and history enthusiasts. Issued in honor of America's 200th anniversary, this quarter features a unique design that symbolizes the nation's rich heritage and unity. Apart from its symbolic significance, the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter also holds value for collectors due to its relative scarcity compared to other quarters in circulation. Its limited mintage makes it a desirable addition to any coin collection, especially for those interested in American history and memorabilia. As a tangible piece of the nation's bicentennial celebration, this quarter serves as a reminder of the enduring legacy of the American Revolution and the values on which the country was built. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter is a cherished piece of American numismatic history worth exploring and adding to your collection. 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter value. Most basic bicentennial quarters are worth around their face value or slightly more, depending on their condition. However, some can be worth much more if they are in mint condition and exponentially more if they have rare mint errors. If you have a rare bicentennial quarter worth hundreds or maybe thousands of dollars. A 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter in circulated condition is valued at around 30 cents to 85 cents, while the quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition can be worth up to $6,000. The history of bicentennial quarters. Bicentennial quarters were minted to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. They depict a Revolutionary-era American drummer, often called the drummer boy, on the reverse, while on the obverse side of the coin, you will find a portrait of President George Washington facing left. The design pays homage to the spirit of the American Revolution and the founding principles of the nation. Bicentennial quarters were minted between 1975 and 1976 and were struck with the dual date 1776 to 1976. Over 1.6 billion bicentennial quarters were struck, making them relatively common. Despite their abundance, they quickly gained popularity among collectors and the public because of their unique design and historical significance. It's important to know how to estimate the value of a quarter's worth money. Here's what to look for. Searching for a rare bicentennial quarter or any coin is easiest when you know what you're looking for. Keep an eye out for mint errors like overstamp, overstruck, die cap, doubled die and struck through errors. Double die bicentennial quarters are some of the most popular with collectors and can be worth a few $1,000s in great condition. Rarer and more unique errors, like when the wrong planchet is struck with the bicentennial quarter die, can be worth even more. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P, to mint state, MS, with additional classifications for uncirculated coins. Check out Benzinga's Guide to Coin Grading and Circulated versus Uncirculated Coins for an in-depth explanation of the grading system. Generally, the better the condition, the higher the value. This effect is heightened in older coins as they have had longer to enter circulation and lose their luster. Look for deviations from a standard bicentennial quarter, such as doubling, off-center strikes or other anomalies. Keep a close eye out for the more common bicentennial quarter mint errors listed above. Make sure to take note of the mint marks as well, which are one-letter codes that denote where the coin was minted. Research the market value. Now that you know your coin's rough condition, what mint mark it has and whether it has any mint errors, look up your specific coin with as much detail as possible. Hopefully, you will be able to find a similar or identical coin that has been sold recently to get an idea of what your coin could be worth. How to buy and sell 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarters. You can buy and sell bicentennial quarters through online platforms like eBay or at brick-and-mortar coin shops. If you are looking to buy or sell a rare 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter, however, a reputable auction house like Heritage Auctions is likely your best bet.